You are the Nine of Spades, then you are the Universal Life card. And the nine of Spades people are great people. And the nine is universal, which containing all symbols, all energies. And it's the end and the beginning. And so if you under this card, you can overcome your nervous, you can overcome your individual side, you can overcome anything. And you can be aware. You know what I mean? You are more developed, and you can turn all anything into profit, into gain, and you can manifest anything because you are the giver of all the givers. You are the nines of all the nines. So this being said, you want to use your talent for the service and concern yourself with the universal big picture of all. You want to serve all because you're the nasty humanitarian. And so your success is when you master your emotions, because this is difficult to handle with all this energy. And for you to master your emotions and to go within yourself, because you are the giver, and you are the one, the power, who can overcome any difficulty. So all you need is to uplift yourself with great concepts to keep your confidence up from time to time. So long as you keep these great concepts in your thoughts and your mind, you'll win because you have tremendous personal charm. You know what I mean? That's like a magnet. That's very attraction because people are attracted to you. You're well liked it, and you can get this extreme power under control because most of you are the powerful artists, entertainers, spiritual leaders, and more. You got a whole bunch of creative powers in you. And so the Nine of Spades often come from a family with a restrictive father. You know what I'm saying? And this can influence your life. And at some point, you can become strict in your family. So the woman may marry an older man, and that will remind them of their father. And so the Nine of Spades are always helpful and valuable, but should not be allowed to impose domination. And so men friends will always be important and influential to the Nine of Spades, no matter if you're a male or female. So with this being said, as significance as their home might be to them, the Nine of Spades need outside interests or social groups where they can open up their big hearts and help others. They need something to put their energy into. And so the Nine of Spades have a fantastic potential to succeed when they are ready to accept the responsibilities of leadership that's naturally instilled within them. And so occupations are often connected to finances. They deal with the bankers, they deal with the investors, and they become one by themselves. They become one themselves. And with so much going on, Nine of Spades should wait not for anything to happen, but take fully control over their lives and the lives of others who need control. So stability in work is much wanted, much needed, much desired. But steady income and a secure job should not be allowed to produce them to be lazy. You know what I mean? It is very common for the Nine of Spades person to fear financial insecurities. So they would not fear that because they shouldn't feel that, because if they fear financial insecurity, then this is not good. So because there's no reason for it. So good fortune is always at their side, and they can successfully invest in real estate. So the Nine of Spades have original and sometimes untraditional ideas. So if they are born under this card, they must open up to their real potential. You know what I mean? Which is the higher frequencies, higher vibrations of the universe, and look within themselves and find their powers. And once they do, they can take over they can take over because they have psychic ability. But anytime they have this emotional conflict with themselves and they don't handle it right, emotional conflict, they could lead to their psychic illness. Because they got psychic ability naturally, so they can have psychic or the mind illness. Because the Nine of Spades people are great people. And they must realize it and give their talents, their executive abilities to the world to find real satisfaction and happiness. Because the nines is all about fulfillment. The nines can suffer more than anybody, but not only suffer, be more happy than anybody, because the highest vibration and frequency. So the nines are naturally happy and carefree, but as long as they don't get attached to people, places, and things, that's how they win. And so they must see themselves as a part of the big picture and feel in tune with the cosmic energy flow. You know what I mean? Because the spade suits give them the power to overcome their emotions and intellectual games and to evaluate themselves and things and be observative and give them the willpower and the higher wisdom. And the spade stands for labor and higher wisdom. And so, as the Nine of Spades, you want to find your truth, and the truth is definitely what you seek. And so, the spades is the suit of the screens. On the higher side, the spades are the spiritual giant. You know what I mean? In life, they work hard for something they believe worth it. So you want to get the job done, because this is part of you, and you take pride in the quality of results. You're all about the results. You know, you're all about solving a problem. You're all about the solution, and so you understand your true potential. And if you understand or overstand your true potential, you have the infinite wisdom, where happiness will be you, and you will have the greatest satisfaction of all cards as the Nine of Spades. So as a universal life card, you have the strongest inner force or inner urge to let go of negative patterns in your personality and your lifestyle. And so this is how you win. You let go of these negative thoughts, these negative patterns. You know what I mean? And you become who you're supposed to be, because you're all about fulfillment. You know what I mean? And this is very important, because if you release that, you definitely will be reborn again, new, stronger. You know what I mean? And you cannot ignore your spiritual side or your psychic side, because it's naturally a part of you. And so you are the givers of givers. You're the givers of all the nines. You are the life of the universal giving. And so if letting go of the materialistic aspect of certain things that don't serve you well, if you do that, you let go of that, you know what I mean, you will win. You tap into your higher powers. You know what I mean? Because many of you are successful artists and teachers and performers. You know what I mean? And you have strong emotions. You have the power of love, charm, and wisdom. And you can bring much success to the public. You know what I mean? Because a lot of you are gifted with music ability as a musician. You know what I mean? So this part of your nature too. The strong number 9 powers give you the wisdom to conquer your emotions, and self-discipline is the key, and to conquer your fears. And so as the 9 people, you have a good deal of business ability, because you're a great communicator naturally, and which you can bring finance success if you apply your knowledge. You know what I mean? So fulfillment is you. It's up to you. So the mission of love is your life journey, your life purpose. To spread this love on a wide scope. So you must work on a wide scope, and it's for you to be focused on larger groups of people, because you do things on a big scale, and you have the powers, the inborn power to shine and to rise in high status and high positions on your path to divinity. So you got it in you. And you had all this charm and emotional power to attract mates when you want one. So however, when dealing with relationships, the nines of the nines, you're bound to take losses in your life. That I mean, and you could fear if you open up or love someone, you will lose them. That I mean, because you have emotional trauma early in your life, which leaves scars, emotional scars in your personal relationships. However, with all the charm you possess, that I mean, when you without a partner, you trying to keep other people away from you with all your might. But on the other side, you can have anything you want romantically. See, everything's up to you. The energy is always up to the individual of how they use the energy. You got this energy, and you're going to operate either on the good side or the downside. However, so the Nine of Spades woman is fairly strong-willed and independent. That I mean, not all men can handle a woman of her power, of her status. That I mean, of her strength. And the Nine of Spades can easily be a single parent for the same reason. Because any woman who is a king can be both the father and the mother to the children. As simple as that. They got that strength. It speaks of a king. That's when number nine, act like a king. And so when a woman, because she got the highest vibration of the number nine, when she act like a king, she can be both a father and a mother to her children. So I had to break it down to you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a king. You know what I mean? So, and the woman will not take no grief from no man. You know what I mean? She be strong. And the Nine of Spades people, they are truly giving and wonderful people. So the Nine of Spades people are here to complete and let go of certain relationships and ways of being in a relationship that is no longer appropriate for their growth or evolution. And they are here to complete and let go of certain ways of thinking and communicating that is no longer helpful to them. They is here to let go of certain desires and values and ways of making money that have outlived their purpose or that is useless. The Nine of Spades people can impasse all, anybody, or any suit. You know what I mean? So the spades have always been the strongest suit. So when the spades become their higher powers, they can accomplish anything and become like a king or a queen of higher status because they're part of the royal family when they tap into their inner powers. The Nine of Spades men have a thing for the heart's female. The Nine of Spades females have a thing for the spade males, vice versa. So the ruling cards, your planetary ruling cards, your second card. This is another card you need to look up. Not only do you have the Nine of Spades, your second card or ruling card that you need to look up either through video, audio, or on the internet. Okay, let's go to the birthdays. Your second card, if you're born on January the 5th, you're Capricorn, it'll be the 4 club. If you are born on February the 3rd, you're the Aquarius, yours is the 2 of diamonds. If you're born on March the 1st, you're Pisces, yours is the Jack of Spades. And so as I can't let bring you this light, it gets no realer than this, so go ahead and look up these cards and see what your other powers is. Because you always got more cards, which is more minor. Because these two here cards, your sun card and this your planetary ruler cards, is very important. For this is what it be. Ashe.